again. They are trying so hard to take me down, but I'm back and I'm black. And because of that, I don't give up. Y'all got to think about the slaves didn't give up. Now they're free. I'm free. Free to be me. And I'm going to keep going. Again, welcome to my live. I'm Queen Lillie. Yes, Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. You are valued and you are appreciated over here in my lives. We're going to continue. You know, MAGA, y'all can forget it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sorry about that, Alan. They keep reporting my lives, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give y'all about 30 more minutes. Then I'm going to get off here because we got more to cover. Because like I said early on in the other live, I'm probably going to be longer than an hour tonight. Hello, sweet lady. Let's eat. That's nobody but MAGA. They reports my lives. I just had to appeal something the week before last, and I won my appeal. So we're going to stand strong. Everything I show is fair use, great for entertainment purposes, great for educational purposes, and great research purposes. And we are doing research in my life. Everything I show is fair use. And everything is alleged if it's got to be that way, okay? So, as I was talking about the Venezuela situation, Donald Trump wants that all. He's been plagued by Putin. And Putin is now helping Venezuela. And China is helping Venezuela. We're in trouble, America. So we're going to also listen to Aaron Parnas give us a little bit about the president of Honduras, which Donald Trump pardoned him, but he swears up and down that Venezuela bringing those DRUGS over here, trying to, but he pardoned the biggest DRUGS trafficker. But we're going to listen to Aaron Parnas, Parnas give us a little bit on that, okay?
Some news right now, you know, the drug trafficker that Donald Trump just pardoned, Honduras wants to arrest him. The Honduran Attorney General has filed an arrest warrant seeking the arrest of Juan Orlando Hernandez, who was pardoned by Donald Trump earlier this month, despite trafficking in hundreds of tons of cocaine into the United States of America. The New York Times has confirmed that the Attorney General of Honduras wants this former president of Honduras arrested. He has asked Interpol to arrest Hernandez. And as far as the criminal charges go, Hernandez has been charged with a whole host of financial crimes related to his 2013 presidential campaign, including money laundering, fraud, and more. The United States pardoned this man, and now he is facing arrest in his home country, Honduras. Remember, he had been serving a 45-year federal prison sentence after being convicted in the United States for trafficking in hundreds of tons of cocaine into the United States of America. Yet he was pardoned. Now he may be rearrested. We'll see what happens. Spread the word. Full updates on my Substack, linked in bio. Subscribe for free. Follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know.
Subscribe to Aaron Parnas. Again, as we know, Donald Trump is claiming that Venezuela is moving DRUGS into our country. But he happily pardoned a DRUGS trafficker, president of Honduras. He pardoned him. That's how you know it is not about the DRUGS coming out of Venezuela. It's something bigger than that. It's the oil, the minerals, etc. that Venezuela has that we don't have. Donnie doing it for himself, Putin. Yeah. He's just a puppet to Putin. A sad little boy. The little boy blue come blow your horn to the sheep and the cattle and the meadows and the corn. We don't hear you, we don't see you. We're going to treat you like you are invisible, Donnie. You're just a figment of the imagination. So, you know, our girl, Jasmine Crockett, is running for Texas Senate. She's going to be a senator. Yeah. So let's take a listen to Jasmine as Queen Jasmine with Empower with Jasmine as she breaks it down for us, okay?
Jasmine Crockett has announced her run for the Texas Senate. Come on, y'all. We're going to have a Jasmine in the Senate. Go ahead and follow this page. I'm about to break something down. As our fiery U.S. representative has now thrown her hat in the ring, she is running for the Senate, and we are proud of her. Listen to what she had to say today.
As a candidate who is constantly attacked
and seen as a threat, it's because I am. I'm a threat to the system that's been holding us back from our full potential. I'm a threat to a system that works to protect politics as usual, that seeks to maintain the despair and unfairness in our state. I'm a threat to those that have lost their moral compass, abandoned their purpose, and want to be kings instead of public servants.
I have been following Jasmine Crockett for the last couple of years, and to see what she's had to say, to see her in the various hearings and so forth, I have found it sad at times that, she's saying some of the things that they seem like they would be so obvious. It's thrilling because she sounds so brilliant and she has like all of this knowledge on things. And then it's been scary. It's been scary because she seems like she's always fighting alone or fighting as part of a very small group. And to that, I say, as fired up family as we can be for Shador, we got to be fired up for Jasmine Crockett as well. Just because you don't live in Texas does not mean you don't have to support her campaign or that you can't support her campaign. Yes, you can. Remember, you guys, we are fighting for the rights of Americans. And I'm not telling you who to vote for, and I'm not telling you what to do, but it is, in fact, the American way to fight for your rights. All right,
Well,
y'all.
I'm for Jasmine Crockett. Vote for Jasmine Crockett. I'm promoting Jasmine Crockett over here. Yeah, vote for Jasmine Crockett. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay, so we heard just a couple minutes ago how Trump pardoned the president of Honduras. So his pardons are backfiring right now. Take a listen. And this is from Real Talk US.
Donald Trump may have finally done it. He may have actually admitted to bribery in public. Here's what happened. Trump pardoned Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar a full, unconditional pardon on federal bribery and conspiracy charges. And what does Trump do right after? He jumps on social media and rages that Cuellar is still running as a Democrat, calling it a lack of loyalty. Let's be very clear about what this means. Trump is publicly mad that he didn't get what he wanted in return for a presidential pardon. Legal experts, journalists, everyone saw it immediately. They're all saying the same thing. He basically admitted the pardon was a political transaction. He tried to buy a Republican House seat. So Trump's pardon for bribery was bribery? One political staffer said it best. Trump complaining he didn't get a quid pro quo is like calling the cops because your drug dealer ripped you off. A president whining that his pardon didn't produce the political payoff he expected is not just unethical, it is textbook corruption. And Republicans weren't even warned the pardon was coming. Trump fired it off anyway, hoping Cuellar would flip and hand him a House seat. He didn't. Trump lost his mind. And now we're all watching a president accidentally confess to the exact crime he was supposedly rescuing someone else from. This is a man who thinks the government is his personal loyalty program, and he's mad his coupon didn't work. Donald Trump may have finally done it.
See, the only coupon that Donnie has is a coochie coupon. And it's no longer working because he put out there, I grab him by the cooch. That coupon doesn't work. Donnie got played. He gave a pardon to a Democrat that probably told him that he would switch to Republican, but he didn't. He decided to stay a Democrat. Donnie got played again. You're a loser, Donnie. If you can't take it, some kind of corruption, it always fall apart, Donnie. Your regime is falling apart. You couldn't get him to turn. He's a Democrat. It's just all about the blue wave, Donnie. The blue wave, yes. We're taking over. So we're going to hear something from Marjorie Taylor Greene, and this is exactly who Donald Trump is. He is dangerous.
Decided not to stay and fight. You decided to give in.
After President Trump called me a traitor, I got a pipe bomb threat on my house, and then I got several direct death threats on my son.
On your son?
On my son.
You say the president put your life in danger. You blame him. You say he fueled a hotbed of threats against me, and that you blame him for the threats against your son.
The subject line for the direct death threats on my son was his words, Marjorie Trader Green. Those
So
are death threats directly fueled by President Trump. I told him, I told jdvance, I told them all, sent those directly to them.
And response?
jdvance replied back to me, we'll look into it. I got response back from President Trump that I will keep private, but it wasn't very nice.
Give us a hint of what the president said.
It was extremely unkind.
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, he said.
Marjorie Trader Green. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her.
4 more years.
This new intense vitriol between them is jarring, considering she's been one of the president's most passionate and loyal foot soldiers, often in a red MAGA hat. She voted with him 98% of the time.
We're going to re-elect our favorite president, the greatest president in United States history, Donald J. Trump. Right, Georgia?
You decided not to stay and fight. You decided to give in.
After President Trump called me a traitor.
He called her a traitor, and I honestly believe, in my opinion, that he more than likely threatened her. He's dangerous. Have you forgotten January 6th? No, you haven't. There's no way possible that you did. And I got something about that. One moment, please. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me find it. January 6ers. Come on, I saved something about that. I gotta find it. Bear with me, you guys. Just a moment. Help me find it, God. Because I saved it. I made sure I saved it about January 6th. Just a moment, y'all. We may have to go on to something else, and I'm going to find that video. Because he's such a dangerous man. He told them he was going to meet them out there. Done as a coward. He did not meet the J6ers outside the Capitol. He encouraged them to do what they did. He's hiding court records because he's being sued by a lot of officers that were harmed on January 6th at the Capitol. He refused to release documents. So we're going to listen to his dumb wife, Melania Trump. And you know how MAGA, y'all have a problem saying speak English? You shouldn't be in this country if you can't speak English. But what about Melania Trump? She can't even read a children's book because she's so dumb and don't speak English very well. She doesn't. So why not deport Melania Trump? Say MAGA.
In the dark, does he wear night vision goggles that make everything green? I bet he'd like that because Santa likes green. Or heat vision goggles because he might like red better. Should we leave out carrots, not cookies, on Christmas Eve, since they're good for his eyesight? Does he in the dark? Does he wear night vision goggles that make everything green? I bet he'd like.
If someone speaks Spanish out in public and one of the MAGA racist whites hear it, they say, call the police. You don't belong in this country. You gotta go. Well, you can't stay. You gotta go. Melania, you dirty little ho, ho, ho. And a Merry Christmas. I got more on that because a comedian is going to explain it to you about Melania Trump reading to the children. What a disgrace. Someone that had news all over the internet. What a disgrace.
Well, now they got Melania Trump reading books to children. I just don't think it's a good idea. Hey, love the effort, but yo, I don't think it was the right thing, man.
Does he wear night vision goggles that make everything green. I bet he'd like that.
I mean, you could look at the expression on the little girl's face. It's priceless. She's like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. Jesus. I mean, a lot of people have read to us, but this, I don't think this is going to work. Melania, Ms. Trump, yeah. I think I got to call ICE. I know. I know how to find ICE. Jesus, what is going on here? I don't know what is she? I don't understand her. What country is she from? And Melania is just reading. Does he wear night vision goggles that make everything green? I bet he'd like that. Cause Santa likes green. Or heat vision goggles because he might like red better. Should we leave out carrots, not cookies, on Christmas Eve? Seems they're good for his eyes.
Should we leave out carrots, not cookies, on Christmas Eve?
Honey, that's the pawn star in that woman. That's the pawn star, you ask me. Is that the woman that had the news all over the internet? Reading to our school children. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment to have that woman in the Oval Office with that slob. She can't read. She should not be in America. She can't speak good English, MAGA. Puta! Trump is withholding over 4,000 documents related to January 6th. I found that video, yeah. And we must thank Harry J. Sessions for this. Because the January 6ers, they were encouraged by Donald J. Trump. And he's hiding the documents.
Major news, Donald Trump just asserted executive privilege and is now withholding over 4,000 documents from police officers who are suing him for the January 6th insurrection. The Justice Department disclosed Donald Trump's secrecy claim in a hearing related to the 5-year-old lawsuit brought by police officers injured while attempting to repel the violent mob on January 6th. They are rightfully arguing that Donald Trump's remarks that day directed the rioters to the Capitol, which inevitably led to them getting injured and millions of dollars of damage being done. It's unclear exactly which documents Donald Trump is attempting to withhold, but a White House spokesperson said that they are constitutionally protected from discovery, and we'll see what happens in court. But yeah, Donald Trump claims to be the most transparent administration in American history, but now he's withholding 4,100 documents from police officers who were serving our country that day that he doesn't want to engage with. Just yet another cover-up that Donald Trump is engaging in on top of the Epstein Files cover-up that is still happening right now as we speak. We have some major news. Donald Trump just asserted...
Of course. Did he take those documents to Mar-a-Lago? We don't know. Because I recall he took a lot of documents from the White House. Yeah. I wonder other documents at Mar-a-Lago. The criminal, Donald Trump, took documents from the White House to Mar-a-Lago. A lot of it was scattered out in his nasty bathroom. But he goes to the bathroom in his diapers. I don't know why he had him in the bathroom. He could just put him in the bedroom because all he do is poop in his diaper. He has diaper rash, in my opinion. That man won't release the documents to the officers that are suing him. Donnie, you got so many lawsuits, boy. What you's gonna do, boy? One moment, please. So Epstein abused hundreds in Florida while Bundy was the attorney general. Pam Bundy, you knew. You knew, girl. Hold on, y'all. One moment, please. Hit that like button for me, please. So this is from My Voice, My Choice. And it says Pam Bundy was Florida's attorney general from 2011 to 2019. During that time, Jeffrey Epstein abused minors in Florida. Her office never investigated him, and his crimes went unpunished, leaving hundreds of victims without justice. And as we recall, Jeffrey Epstein spent Thanksgiving with Donald Trump, what, in 2017? But Donald Trump told you guys that he fell out with Jeffrey Epstein long time ago. You spent Thanksgiving with Jeffrey Epstein. Donnie did. Could it be Lover's Lane? A little Brokeback Mountain up in there, I think so. Because you remember that he has photos of Donnie all in his home. Lover's Lane, and Donnie was laying on one of his beds in something that looked very feminine. I guess he must have been a bubble too, huh? Epstein was. Put your mouth on me. All right. So I'm going to read to y'all what it says about Pam Bundy. It says, Pam Bundy was Florida's Attorney General from 2011 to 2018. Even though he had pleaded guilty in 2008 and victims came forward in 2015 and 18, right after he had Thanksgiving dinner in 2017 with Donald Trump. Bundy's office never publicly investigated him. Cover up, may I say? So while she publicly claimed to fight human trafficking, Epstein crimes went unpunished. So while Pam Bundy did not investigate Jeffrey Epstein when she was Florida's Attorney General from 2011 to 2019, guess who she was sitting with at a dinner? Donald J. Trump. The puzzle is coming together so perfectly. Pam Bundy, you know a lot, girl. I don't think you can save yourself now, so I understand why you have not attempted to contact someone so you can save yourself. Your hands are dirty. You told us you saw the videos of children being abused. Then you walked it back because your boss, the crime boss, Donald Trump, made you walk it back. Now you're saying it was just nothing but young girls that Epstein was pervertedly looking at. You're a liar, and the truth not in you. So Trump has been questioned about our falling economy under him. Trump must be wheeled into a nursing home immediately. He has this country in a downfall, but says the economy is an A+++++++. You'll hear it in one moment. Well, MAGA is in the food bank lines, and MAGA farmers are struggling, etc., including me. Say, stop playing in our faces, you MFer, you Donald Trump. Listen to him lie and say this country's score is an A+++++, while he's sitting there letting loose in his diaper.
I want to talk about the economy, sir, here at home, and I wonder what grade you would give
A+.
your economy. A+.
Yeah, A++++++.
Well, but I do want to talk about the economy, sir, here at home, and I wonder what grade you would give your economy. A+.
Yeah,
Is he kidding y'all? Is this old man really playing in our face and saying he would give the economy A+? Of course he would, for the rich people. See, Donnie can't relate to us. So he's giving an A+ to his rich billionaires that he has helped get richer. See, Donnie never been a billionaire until this term. He's worth billions of dollars now. He's a grifter. He played in our face and said he would give this economy, which he would not release the job reports because the unemployment is out of control. So many have lost their jobs under Donald Trump. Donald Trump, this country has an F-, a 0-, and that's bad, really bad. Prayer can't even save us at this point, and I believe in prayer, but we got to keep praying, y'all. Yeah, we got to keep praying. So we're going to hear something about ICE, because ICE is, they just continue to be criminals too. Some of them are J6ers, some of them are KKK. Take a listen to Aaron Pawners, please.
With some major news right now, ICE agents are now going to homes and taking down their home security cameras in complete violation of the United States Constitution. And people need to know that this is happening in the United States of America, so spread the word.
Look carefully.
This is them walking up to a home. Look and watch what this ICE agent does.
That's illegal.
Now ask yourselves, why would an agent need to take down a home security camera? Unless they want to do something that they don't want videotaped. And the truth is that the moment this ICE agent actually took down that camera, that likely was a Fourth Amendment violation. Video was from David Beer from the Cato Institute. The camera was attached to a home. That would constitute a search under the Fourth Amendment. As an agent, you can't conduct a search just because you want to. There needs to be some legal basis to do it. And what we're seeing here are ICE agents just completely skirting the law. Spread the word, follow. We have some major news right now.
ICE is dangerous like Donald Trump. So, this is a video I saved about a week ago, and I forgot to show you all. And it was said by Melanie Stanberry, Representative Melanie Stanberry. And she mentions Trump and his subpoena for trial of involving a 13-year-old girl. Representative Melanie Stanberry with the beautiful red hair talks about Donald Trump and he took advantage of a 13-year-old girl, MAGA. You don't care about children. You do not believe the children are our future. You wouldn't back this fat buffoon, the smelly monster in the Oval Office. Take a listen.
Melanie Stansbury found in the Epstein files. Watch this.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I actually went through the files this weekend in depth. Donald Trump is not only named over and over in them, it is discussed this trial in which he was accused of raping a 13-year-old at Epstein's house. There is extensive discussions about a subpoena of Donald Trump in one of Jeffrey Epstein's cases in which he was accused for rape and sexual abuse. He was subpoenaed and gave a deposition in that case. There is extensive discussion between Donald Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Mr. Wolf about not only Trump coming to his house, but Epstein says in these emails that he has photographs of Trump with girls.
Yeah, you're done. Done. There ain't no wiggling your way out of this one. So I hope that you made your plans to flee to Argentina, because that's the only way you ain't gonna face consequences for all this bullshit. This is just the beginning of the end for you and everybody in your administration. Melanie said Dookie Booty is all up and through these Epstein files. Once everybody sees you for the PDF that you are, you'll lose all fucking credibility, and everybody will start to turn on you. Watch. These bitches about to start flipping like a pillow on a hot...
And that's why that Democratic representative did not switch to Republican. You got played. You pardon him, Donnie, and you got played just as you should have. You are a sorry excuse for an American. Draft Dodger. One moment, please. So, judge orders release of the voluminous records in the Ghislaine Maxwell's case. One moment. The records would include evidence that was not used at Maxwell's trial, generated during the pretrial proceedings. Release the Epstein files and release Ghislaine Maxwell's files that was not included in the pretrial proceedings. Donnie, you going down. Every day, it's numerous people like me. We are praying that those Epstein files are released. You're going down quickly, Donnie. They're going to find you in a soiled diaper laying out on the floor because your heart is not going to be able to take it anymore, because you're so afraid that not just about the young girls. You don't have a problem with people knowing you're nasty, but it's the young boys that's going to come out too, in my opinion. You're nasty. Get them, God. Get them. One moment, please. Anybody that's friends with somebody from MAGA, you're terrible too. You affiliate with some people that have no problem with children being taken advantage of. Young girls, young boys. Donald Trump even took advantage of women, bragged about grabbing by the PUSSY, as if there's something to brag about. Donald Trump, you are the nastiest scum on this earth, taking advantage of people. You're just like your father, slimy, grimy. One moment, please. So both Thomas Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene are saying if Trump's DOJ redacts any of the names from the Epstein files, they will personally read the names on the House floor. One moment, please. I'm going to read this to you. This comes from Cyberpunks 425. Let me take a sip of water because this is a lot I got to read. So this is what the article says. Thomas Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene are making a dramatic pledge. If the Department of Justice under Trump redacts any names from the Epstein files, they say they will personally read all the names aloud on the House floor. This move signals their commitment to full transparency, or at least their versions of it, regardless of the potential legal or political consequences. Their promise has already stirred intense debate, with some praising their boldness and exposing powerful figures, while others warn that publicly revealing sensitive information could have serious ramifications. The situation highlights the tension between the congressional oversight, public interest, and the legal limits of disclosing information. Whatever happens, Massey and Greene are clearly positioning themselves as champions of full disclosure, and in one of the most high-profile cases in recent history. We don't have to like Marjorie Taylor Greene, but this is powerful. I believe her at this point. I believe her. And I believe she will stand in front of all of Congress and release the names. Because the judge ordered there will be no redactions to the release files. We're going to get what we want. And the Democrats, you're going to have to play dirty to get it. Do what you got to do. Donald Trump has not played clean the whole time he hit the political scene. That muskrat been nasty and funky, doing dirty things and so many crimes since he hit the scene. Step on his toe, kick him in those cankles, bring him down to his knees like he did with Bubba. One moment, please. Americans started a petition asking the government to deport Melania's parents back to Slovenia. What have you said? But I'm going to read it to you. A controversial petition has surged with thousands of signatures. I've been drinking water. Hold on. Demanding that the U.S. government deport Melania Trump, her parents, and son Barron back to Slovenia. Lounge on Move On admit Trump's immigration policies. It urges for fairness by applying the same rules to the First Lady, citing her naturalization citizenship and past visa scrutiny. She has an Einstein visa, and she hasn't done anything great but put her mouth on Donnie. The campaign highlights a heated debate over immigration equity. I know it's not going to happen, but hopefully we can get under some orange skin. Sign the petition. I did. Moving along. Just a moment, please. So, is Melania a thief? Why am I saying this? Inquiring minds want to know. Melania Trump, are you just like your husband and won't pay the people you owe? Well, Hermes says so. Hold on, let me tell you about this. Hermes officially sues Melania Trump. Breaking. Hermes officially sues Melania Trump for owing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Birkin money. This is something. First Lady accused of buying luxury bags for many years without paying. From icon of elegance to a VIP debtor, Melania faces the risk of being banned from Emirates forever when the Himalayan crocodile bill is still hanging from her first term. Melania walking around with the crocodile Hermes that it has been alleged that she has not paid for. And that doesn't surprise me. Donnie don't pay his workers. It's so many lawsuits against him for not paying his bills. One moment, please. Nothing surprised me about that Trump family. As I told you, the bloodline is fraud. Just a moment, please. So we're going to listen to Jasmine Crockett. She was interviewed by Booker's Squared. Take a listen to her interview. One moment, please.
Also, I'm here with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who's now running for Senate.
Yes, in Texas.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited for you. How are you feeling?
It feels heavy. You know, there are a lot of people that think that I don't think through things, I don't strategize, I'm just kind of out here willy-nilly. You know, when the Supreme Court did what they did, because I was back and forth, and I said, I'm looking for signs from God. Like, I always hear him. Like, my walk has always been a purposeful walk, and I think that that's the only way to explain how it is that I sit here as a congresswoman who is in her second term, yet is the front runner to get out of this primary and has poll numbers before she's even in the race to say that I can win. I look at that and I say it's nothing but God. And so I did not want to make a step without knowing that I was hearing clearly. And when I tell you that on that final day that I made the decision, still wavered a little bit, but when I finally made the decision was when the Supreme Court decided to do what the Supreme Court does. And for me, it was a matter of, yes, I can be in the House, and yes, I can make people feel so safe because they know that I'm there and they know that I'm going to make sure that their voices are being represented. But why should I settle? Why should we settle? We shouldn't settle, because right now our problems are stemming from the fact that we don't have the numbers we need in the Senate. DC doesn't have statehood. We don't have the Voting Rights Acts passed that we needed. We needed the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act along with the Freedom to Vote Act. They passed through the House. If we get the House this time, which we will, they will pass again. But where does it go in the Senate? We have no oversight over these rogue judges. They are the ones that have given carte blanche to an out of control president who thinks that he's a king, but he is going around, he is self-dealing, he is so corrupt, along with this administration. We think about the fact that this president was impeached twice. We have, someone that is being accused of war crimes, that is in this cabinet. Who, if he's removed, who has to vote? We have to do something different. And if people are saying that this is existential, then why is it that I shouldn't act like it is existential? It is. Texas is a majority minority state. I think everybody learned that when we went through redistricting. It is 61% people of color. 61%. Black folk, brown folk, people that don't normally participate in politics. They prefer me. We need some excitement. We need something. We got to do something more. It's not good enough just to say we're anti-Trump. We have a senator right now that refuses to listen to the people that put him into power. We have people that are elected because people decide to sit it out. This is me welcoming you to get off the sidelines and get in, because it's going to take all of us.
And with that, all I have to say is Jasmine Crockett for Senate.
Jasmine Crockett for Senate. When I tell you that warms my heart, that warms my soul, that Jasmine Crockett will be the new senator. She will win. Because when we fight, we win. And I'm a warrior, baby. I don't ever give up. I don't know how I'm going to get involved, but I'm going to get involved because I want to see her win. Yes. 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 Okay. We got more to listen to on some of Donald Trump's pardoning of people. So Trump pardons a man who sold child X things. Take a listen. Trump and all his lies. He loved pedos.
Did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that. And I heard it was a Biden witch hunt.
His crypto exchange Binance helped facilitate a $2 billion purchase of World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And then you pardoned CZ. How do you address the appearance of pay for play?
Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he got a pardon.
Tell you that.
But he got a
No,
pardon.
I can only tell you that.
Pardon came after CZ publicly asked for a pardon and after Binance made sure that Trump's family crypto coin was used to facilitate a $2 billion investment. Complete coincidence, of course.
I do wonder if that's a moment where you throw away your script and you're like, you don't know the guy you pardoned that you've gotten a bunch of tough questions about, like the really corrupt guy, the money launderer. You don't know who that is? You just pardoned him?
Are you not very upset right now that Joe Biden apparently didn't really pardon any of the people he pardoned but used an auto pen? Isn't that one of your big, you want an investigation over that, but you don't know the people you're pardoning?
For folks who have been following this, I mean, CZ did 4 months in jail. Binance paid $4.3 billion in fines. It was the largest settlement in U.S. history. They willfully failed to report financial transactions with Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Hamas. There was money going to Iran and other sanctioned companies. There was money going to websites selling child sex abuse material. Trump pardons this guy, obviously, because Binance, they wrote the code to USD1, which is the Trump family stablecoin. They facilitated this payment between this Emirati-backed firm, and Binance asked that it be done in USD1, which was barely on the map. It had been launched in March. Now it's the 6th largest stablecoin in the world, and the Trump family will make an estimated $80 million per year in interest alone off of that investment.
Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you?
And that comes from Pause Save America. Trump just out there writing out pardons and swear he don't know the people. But that guy was at Mar-a-Lago, and that guy received an award from Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At that crypto event, the big crypto event with dried chicken and dried steak on the plate. I knew it wasn't one of my people cooking. I knew it. The meat was so dry. He received an award from you, Donald Trump. Stop playing in our face and stop peeing on my leg and tell me it's raining. You're a compulsive liar, Donald Trump. So we're going to listen to Nick Fuentes, what he says. He says, MAGA mouthpiece, the white supremacist Nick Fuentes torches Trump. Let's take a listen.
More unpopular maybe than ever. His favorability is in the toilet. His approval is in the toilet. Specifically, his approval on immigration and the economy is very bad. For the first time in years, voters actually favor Democrats on the economy over Republicans. People blame Trump for the state of the economy more than they blame Biden. Numbers polling his own base, polling Republicans, independents. Any way you cut it, it is catastrophically bad. And he has only himself to blame. Cutting Medicaid to pay for corporate tax cuts. Doge was a total failure. We're bombing Iran. Prices have not gone down, and the economy has not recovered. The tariffs have been a complete disaster. Mounting signs all over the economy. We're in a real estate bubble. Consumer spending is slowing. The job market is frozen. They're not even releasing the jobs report in October. On top of all that, they didn't even release the Epstein files. It is a total disaster. That is why he's unpopular, and it's self-inflicted. It is because rather than keep his promises, all that this administration has done is enrich the people that are in it. Rampant, basically criminal levels of corruption in this government. The very people that Trump brought in to drain the swamp, they're looting D.C., taking everything that isn't nailed down practically. They're fucking stealing. They're corrupt. You know, why do you think they brought these people in? Someone like Howard Lutnick and David Sachs? They are criminals. Contrary to what the true believers, the plan trusters say, this is not actually the result of a political system that is so difficult to overcome. They can't do it in a matter of 5 years. They're not even trying. It is actually for a lack of trying. It's a joke. Kristi Noem is a joke. Kash Patel is a joke. Pete Hegseth is a joke. People allegedly are in there blackmailing him. Every person in this cabinet is a complete disaster. And the reason it's like this is because it's all patronage. Trump got in office to stay out of jail. He had to cut deals to get money. And now that he's in, he had to reward the donors by allowing them to pick the cabinet members, reward other people in the party with these patronage posts. And now this is what we're getting. utter and complete catastrophe. There's no deportations. We hit the H-1B cap. We're in a war with Iran. We're going to go back very soon. It's just like one cataclysm after the next. It is in this context where Trump posts something like this. Poll numbers down, favorability down the tubes, economy sucks, all these wars are breaking out all over again. Everybody's deeply unhappy. What do? Let it rip with the racism, let it rip with the retard, let it rip with nativism. I know what'll get those stupid idiots back on my side. I'm gonna do a racist rant. I'm going to go on Twitter and True Social, and I'm going to let it rip. And I'm going to be obnoxious and belligerent, politically incorrect and brash and controversial. And I'm going to say something so shocking, so edgy, so ridiculous that everyone is going to be talking about this and not that. Everyone's going to be talking about how I called Tim Walz a retard. Everyone's going to be talking about how I said this about Ilhan Omar. I'm going to pack 15 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag of controversy and rage bait and clip farming so that nobody's going to pay attention to the fact that we didn't even release the October jobs report because it was so bad. No one's paying attention to a war in Venezuela that nobody wants. Black Friday consumer trends being a disaster. The job market failing. No one pay any attention to the complete and utter disaster. Republicans might lose their majority in the House before the midterms because so many people are jumping ship. But don't look at that. Look at my racist rant. Look at my stupid little rant on True Social that I'm not actually going to do shit about. I'm not going to follow through on any of it. That's the best part. It's not, I'm going to satisfy my base responding to their needs and demands. No, I am going to pander to my base as though I give a shit about what they want to distract them from how I'm betraying them in every other way.
Woo! He said the things I've been saying all along. He put anything out there and a load of crap out there just to distract you, MAGA, from what he's really doing to you. He's S-H-I-T-ing all over you every day. But you're so dumb. You low IQ. You can't see because you got S-H-I-T in your eyes. He stood over your head and just crapped all over you. He took that diaper off and stood over your head and crapped all over you, MAGA. You like it because you're sick in the brain. Mental illness is real. So Trump was caught on a hot mic, admitting he's losing and raging that the Democrats are blocking all his U.S. attorney picks. When Trump admits he's losing, you know he has. He's losing. Every day, he's losing. Take a listen.
You know I cannot appoint anyone. Huh? I can't appoint anyone. Everybody I've appointed, their time is expired. And then there is a fall. Thank you, President. You know I cannot appoint anyone. Huh? I can't appoint anyone. Everybody I've appointed, their time is expired. And then there is a fall.
He admitted, and then we're losing. MAGA, y'all are losing, baby. Just take your loss. Just take it. Maybe you'll find you a bubble. All you MAGA Republican men, maybe you'll find you a bubble on Grindr. You know how y'all like getting on Grindr. Yeah. Again, if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. It is all welcome. Any amount is appreciated. So we're going to listen to Trump being a puppet, because I keep telling y'all he's nothing but a puppet.
Donald Trump is not what he claims to be. He's a puppet. He's just being manipulated by people around him. Basically, the billionaire tech networks are running the show.
One thing they're focusing on lately are these Epstein files. What is, in your opinion, that bigger picture?
The Epstein network was the biggest pedophile ring in history. Nonsense. It was a blackmail operation on behalf of Israel and the CIA. Epstein is a gateway to the cesspit. The scale of global pedophilia is absolutely massive.
You mentioned AI a lot in the last few years, and it's a part of the roadmap as well. What do we need to keep our eye on, or is it too late?
If you want to see what's planned for the West tomorrow, Look at China today. The digital ID, the digital currency, the AI dystopia agenda. The idea is that you become docile. You simply obey. You become an automaton. That's the idea.
Why were you and I re-platformed on YouTube?
They have to go from being the blatant villain, which is what we saw during COVID, but now they're in a phase of, we're the good guys now, we're on your side, because they're trying to pull everyone in to this AI dystopia.
David.
Whoa.
To this AI dystopia.
David, you seem more focused than ever, and for somehow I feel like the world needs your message more than ever.
Where we need to go is beyond the limits of your belief system. You are an infinite state of consciousness that had its perception entrapped in the belief that your experience called human is you. And awakening is when you go, that's not me. When you do that, the world changes. Give it a try, because the world won't look the same.
Give it a try, Mega. Wake up. Come out of Donnie's pissy depends. I know you high. You've been drinking that urine for a long time. You're drunk. So you're used to drinking cat piss in the mountains where you live, hillbilly land. You're used to drinking skunk piss, getting high and drunk. But now you got Donnie's piss. And that's just sad. Wake up. Make a better choice. Get off the short bus. Okay? So Epstein survivors just released a video calling on Congress to release the Epstein files.
14 years old. I was 16 years old.
I was 16.
17, 14 years old. This is me. This was me. This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein. This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
There are about 1,000 of us.
It's time to bring the secrets out of the shadows. It's time to shine a light into the darkness.
Release the Epstein files, Donnie. America ain't playing with you. You already losing in the special elections. The blue wave has taken over. You're defeated. You down so bad. You're on your knees, want to bubble everybody right now. You already bubbled Putin. And you wasn't good at it apparently, because he has joined Venezuela against you. You're down real bad, Donnie. Nobody wants you to bubble them anymore. Protect victims, not the abusers. One moment, please.
In her 60 Minutes interview, I didn't agree with some of the things that Marjorie Taylor Greene said, but this right here, I agree 100%.
I fully believe that those women deserve everything they're asking. They're asking for all of it to come out. They deserve it. And he was furious with me.
What did he say?
He said that it was going to hurt people. I had asked him, these women are the ones that were hurt. They were raped at 14. They were raped at 16. I watched them stand in front of the press trembling, their bodies shaking as they were telling their stories, many of them for the first time.
Listen.
And I had told him, I said, you know, you have all kinds of people come in the White House. Have these women come in the White House. These women deserve to be heard.
He said to you, people will get hurt.
People will get hurt.
Just in case you don't know who he is, she's talking about Trump. He said he doesn't want the victims to come into the White House because he knows that people are going to be hurt. And you know who he's talking about? His circle of friends and himself. But anyways, I fully endorse her messaging. Even in her 60 Minutes interview, I didn't agree with some of the things that Marjorie Taylor Greene said, but this right here, I agree 100%.
I fully believe that those women deserve everything they're asking. They're asking for all of it to come out. They deserve it. And he was furious with me.
What did he say?
He said that it was going to hurt people. I had asked him, these women are the ones.
You know who he talking about? The people, his millionaire buddies. Yeah. That's all Donald Trump is concerned about. He's not concerned about the victims because some of them just may be his victims. You understand, MAGA? But you don't care because some of y'all married and had sex with your own cousins and brothers and sisters. So you don't care. Why do I expect anything more from nasty people? I'm going to shout out some of you all. One moment, let me take a sip of water, please. I got to pour more water in my glass, my crystal glass. See, when you do a lot of talking, your mouth get dry. But see, I'm not like Trump. His mouth got dry because he was with Bubba. That's why Bubba didn't want it no more because he wasn't good. His mouth was dry. Dry socket. Hello, Tuscan, 1975. You in bed? All right. Thank you for listening to me while you in bed. Hit that like button for me, please. Hello, Anthony Patty. Oh, you think I'm funny? Thank you. I try to entertain y'all. I always throw some comedy in there all the time. Maxim, hello. How are you? King Allen, hey, baby. You right about that. She can't be Allen. Please, Lord, no. Battery exhausted. I don't think she could be president, but that's okay if that's how you feel. You know, I respect what you think and how you feel. Papaya Pepper. His friends will have a lot to say if they go down too. And we don't care. I'm all for the victims, baby. King Josh, how you doing? I love you. Hello, Frangelo Anthony. Hello. She's not a backstabber. She's doing the right thing. So that let me know that you are down for pedos. Sad, but it's true. Fix it, Jesus. Rabbit Sloth says, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, Rabbit. Sandro says, shaking my head, his voters will be waiting until. They will. They're simple-minded, low IQ. Last says Bubble AS. Okay. Yeah. Donnie and Bubble. Yeah, he put the knee pads on for Bubble. CMDR Scotty says, are you a zodiac person? I'm a Sagittarius, baby. Very strong-minded. Josh says, thank God Donald Trump ASS is losing. I agree, my king. I do. Fearless says, Donnie and his daddy, Fred Sr., used to ridicule Fred Jr. for wanting to be an airplane. That is true, for wanting to be an airplane pilot. You can't cheat at being an airplane pilot. Fred Jr. drank himself to, he did, and that was so sad. I read about that. And I saw videos on YouTube about it as well, documentaries about it. Joe says, baby chocolate, relax. Okay, I'm glad to be black. I'm okay with I'm okay with my big full lips too. Yeah, Zelensky. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Zelensky has other great countries helping him. The people that used to be our allies are helping him. Because Donnie has let us down and he has burned so many bridges. Yep. Swan 6911 says Fuentes is becoming so popular in Europe. That's crazy because we in Europe live a Jewish tyranny. Okay. I'm not a fan of his. And the thing is, he's portraying and cosplaying as a white man when he's really a Mexican. And he used that Mexican card when he's in trouble. When he want to save himself around black and brown people, he'll use it. But most of the time, he's going to say he's a white supremacist. Boy, stop. Thank you for the compliment, Josh. Thank you, King. Yes, he's losing. Jeff Beasley says, clown act. Well, if I don't know. I'm gonna say you talking about Trump because I know you ain't talking about me, baby. I don't run around here with orange makeup on. This is just my skin. No foundation, no face powder, baby. I'm not a clown, but I guess I'm gonna assume you talking about Donald Trump, my love. I want to say thank you all for coming to my live. May God continue to enrich your family and loved ones. I pray that you all have great holidays this season. I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you and may God continue to bless you. I love you all and good night. Bye.